While the tape was rewinding, I said I wouldn't do this again, but I've said that about a million times in the words of, what song was that from? Leave in Silence from 82 by Depeche Mode. He says, this will be the last time. I think I said that last time. I have discovered the secret formula. And the secret formula not only is the music being right, but you've got to have bass. What you're about to hear, let me pause that real quick. First track is something I did almost 22 years ago in Iowa. That was right around the first year of knowing Lawrence. And right after I finished the track that I did after that, which you're not going to hear yet, but it's even better than the first one, Lawrence called me. And I didn't think I was going to hear from him again. But the timing of it was just too weird. Okay, now the next track is going to be something that I did today. Well, yesterday. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I've been up since, dawn yesterday. Just nonstop. I'm working nonstop. And you know what's happened? It's the weirdest damn thing, but I believe in myself now. The weird part about that is I always did. But I was in denial. Last but not least, sounds like Depeche on steroids. Of course, I watched Depeche Mode 101 enough times to pick up that Dave back in '88, when he went live, he sprayed his vocal cords with some kind of, I don't know, steroid, and it enabled him to push out his diaphragm. Snot-nosed punks notwithstanding, I mean the audience. Anyway, I'm sure I'm going to catch some shit for that. And I'm just talking about the kids on the bus. I'm not talking about the entire audience at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. I'm talking about just those brats on the bus. the bus driver just pretty much put it in a nice little nutshell. He said, "You got to be shitting me." I kind of look like him now. It's kind of weird. Madama, eat your heart out. That is, if you're all right. Almost picked up the National Enquirer today. That's something I never do. Thanks and appreciation to the Google Play Store. They made all kinds of things possible. I've been composing for about 25 years now. And, when I couldn't compose for the 12 and a half, well, close to 15 years, I was working on my existing material. I was also putting together CDs of very strange sounding experimental Laurie Anderson-esque music, kind of. Kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody without lyrics. Not! Never mind. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Really bad. It was terrible. So terrible. I'm expecting to see a burning cross on my lawn within 24 hours and a crowd bearing rifles and torches. Listen how it evolves, eh? Yeah. Kind of collect earphones. Now with the bass booster that I downloaded, courtesy of the Google Play Store, which I highly recommend, it will add an unknown and unheard dimension to the listening experience. Of course, it helps too if you indulge, but not everybody's into that. As a matter of fact, almost anybody I run into, except, outside of the dispensary, isn't. They're just getting over. I run into them and it's, I just quit. Really? God damn. They say don't drink alone, Red Butler. They also say do not smoke by yourself. But you know what? I'm in the wrong place. Because I am all by myself. It's been going on like this for a long time. Hundreds of years. No, thousands. You see, I stopped aging. 400 BC, had a different calendar back then. They were counting from some other momentous event that predated him. The birth Christ was born. That did not mean that he didn't make the world. He just, walked into it and died horribly. Kind of makes you feel a little guilty. Because he did it for me. So, I'm saved. I don't need to get saved because guess what, everybody? You don't have to do it every week. You don't have to do it at all because it's a done deal. God so loved the world, John 3:16, hello. You don't have to do it 3 times a week. And you don't have to, oh, Lord. Is it bad enough that he died the way he did? Just unimaginable. That we have to just drag it out every freaking Sunday? It's like, okay, I think we got it. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again, but when exactly is that going to be? Is it going to be 5 p.m., May 11th, 2014? Oh, well, no, that time came and gone. In Omaha, I saw a sign saying, Jesus will get here 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time on May the 14th, 2014. And, well, I was just kind of like, wow, that's kind of precise. But it was inaccurate because it didn't happen. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't believe in Jesus or that he lived or anything like that, because there's proof that he did. And it's more than just in a book. It's kind of like we just know somehow that it really happened. There's proof, but you can't really put your finger on it. But it's there. Sorry about the chatter. When somebody believes in themselves, they just can't shut their mouths. I'm starting to kind of see what Madonna was talking about all this time. Assuming she's all right, and that the stuff in the gossip magazine, Madonna's vanity is killing her. Well, I'm convinced that the person that we're seeing on these, she's an imposter, and that in 2008 she did Hard Candy, right? And she did a song called "She's Not Me." It was almost like a dream in the form of a premonition, or a premonition in the form of a dream. Okay, so that's kind of crazy, a little bit. Ish. No, all silliness is... Stop that. Cut it out. Madonna's in trouble. And it's the kind of trouble that I think neither one of us have even, really thought about. That She's Not Me song is actually coming true. Or it has come true, and she's like, oh God knows where she is. Somebody's basement, just trapped there. While this imposter's going around going, no, that can't be her. I'm sorry, it just can't be her. I don't believe it. I want proof. Eddie. Come here. Cat's freaking out over the music. He's just like sniffing the ground, going in circles, being all weird, doing weird stuff. Just kind of like he's not really sure what to do. He's cleaning himself intermittently and just kind of like thinking, what is happening here? Come here, Eddie. Come here, darling. Madonna, what the hell is going on, man? What is going on with you? It scared the crap out of me when I saw that photo last year, right after you turned 64. When I'm 64. No. Anyway, you are 64 now. You are not Paul McCartney. But you did. I know you listened to Sgt. Pepper, and I know that you listened to Teaser and the Firecat. And I know that The Wind is probably one of your favorite songs. It's one of mine too. After not hearing it for, about 25 years, I heard it again. Fell in love with the man. Just his voice though, not the, well, okay, I'll be honest. Not just his voice. Anyway, oh well, I identify as gay. Who the fuck cares? Whatever. We live in gay times. Except that the media now is just totally like un-gay. PC movement has really done a great deal of damage because it's just pushed people into the darkness. PC movement is the brainchild of organized religion and the mass media. They got into bed, once the mass media and organized religion got sophisticated enough, they got into bed with each other and, had a conjugal, whatever. And then 9 months later, the PC movement set foot on the world stage. 1992, 1993. And now it's like everybody has to be straight. You cannot talk about being gay. And I don't look gay and I don't act gay. By all rights, I'm not. Men scare me to death. It's so easy to fall in love, Linda, but I'm telling you, it's something you need to avoid. If you're a guy, and you're not straight. Okay? Just because they will mess you up. They will mess with your head because they'll just be using you to, rub up against you, and then they'll go back to their girlfriends and have makeup sex. And they'll forget all about you. You don't matter. I don't matter to them. And that really, that doesn't put me off at all, because most men are just, as Glennis Johns put it in Mary Poppins, pretty frickin' stupid. The cat is looking at the speaker like, what the? He's just beside himself and he's just in shock. You hungry? You want something to eat? sounds like a great track to play at a rave. Remember the raves when it was okay to be gay? Like in the 90s? It was all right to be gay then. At least, well, in Omaha. In Washington, D.C., it probably still is there, but I don't know. I almost went there. And I was like, you know, what kept me here was that cat. That darn cat kept me here. It's his fault. It was like, if you leave, I will kill myself. I'm like, no, don't do that. I'll stay. Of course, when I realized the danger was, you know, just an illusion, and the guy, the truck outside with the words "Killer for Hire" and a picture of a man with a pinstripe suit on, donning a Tommy gun, was termites. Termite exterminator. It was not, I was not about to be hit. 42 years after my father was murdered. It's starting to break up. It's starting to sound like it's drunk. Alright. What was I going to say? Can't remember. When I was a little kid, about 7 years old, I thought that gay meant happy. I didn't realize that it meant, you know, homosexual. Because the thing is about homosexuality is misery. It's misery. And see, that's why I don't make eye contact with men. That's why I don't talk to men, especially the ones that know that they're cute. I know that I'm not, which is why nobody wants to hang with me as far as just, you know, a partner. Because I don't wear the right clothes. I'm not 22 motherfucking years old. I don't look like, you know, some hottie. Of course, when I was 22, I stopped traffic. I had catcalls and whistles from construction workers who, you know, by all rights were straight, of course. Anyway, I thought it meant happy. How could I have made such a grave error? Really. I mean, because I was like the last person in the entire world that thought gay meant happy. But you know what? I'm glad I'm not straight. I really am. I'm really glad that I'm not straight, because if I was, I wouldn't know a damn thing.